Right then guys, Clayto back again. I am now in February. We have had an incredibly topsy-turvy half a season. But first of all I'm going to take you through who's won what since I last saw you. So in August, Danny Murphy won the Player of the Month, with Shawcross and Rooney coming second and third. And Percy stepped up his game a bit, came 1 September, with Andre Ayew, who Arsenal signed, and Berbatov there. Defoe, who's on fire this season. Tottenham as a team are on fire this season. As you can see, there were Dawson and Bale coming second and third in October. Defoe again in November, but this time another Tottenham player with Parker coming second and Carlos Tevez coming third. Pennant winning December with Crouch as well there. So Stoke had a good December, it looks like, with Martin Petrov, not Stillian, coming third. And then once again another Tottenham player, this time Modric, winning Player of the Month for January, with Tim Cahill and Ramirez coming second and third. We go on to Young Player. In August it was won by Chris Smalling, with Grant Hanley and James McCarthy coming second and third. Andre Ayew, they won on a mad run of winning in September, October and November, beating Boyata and Szczesny in September, Rodwell and Kyle Walker in October, Walker and Allen in November. Then Boyata said, hang on a minute, I don't want Andre Ayew winning everything, I want in on this. So he wins this Young Player of the Month, for December, beating Szczesny and Rodwell to it, and Kyle Walker winning Young Player of the Month for January, beating Grant Hanley and Stephen Colker. Goal of the Month, I'm not going to show you all of these. As you can see, who won: Dembele against us, Welbeck for Man U against Sunderland, Montiel for Arsenal against Wolves, Rooney for Man U against Swansea, Baines for Everton against Wigan, and Cahill for Everton again against Wolves. Manager of the Month, so in August, won by Fergie, beating Di Matteo and Moyes to it. September, Fergie, beating Wenger and Coyle. October was, Fergie, beating Redknapp and Mancini. A bit of a break there, with Mancini winning, Redknapp coming second and Fergie coming third this time. Di Matteo winning December, beating Tony Cruz of Stoke, and Dalglish, Liverpool, into second and third, and then winning again in January, beating David Moyes and Harry Redknapp. That's Scotland, we don't need to look at that. Go on to fixtures. We have had an incredibly topsy-turvy season. Okay, as you can see here, we started off 0-0 draw against Sunderland, it's respectable. It was alright, I was fairly happy with that. It was alright. Before we continue, however, I must go over the transfers. As you can see, we did buy Brett Holman for £1.5 million, and in January I have bought Michael Owen. He does still have it. He's my favourite player of all time. I usually buy him on Football Manager. He's only 300,000. It's alright. As you can see, Gardner's on Leeds, Delfonso's at Reading, Baker and Lee have extended their loans out. Johnson's come back, Devine's come back, Vyman has come back and gone back out to MK Dons for 3 months. So, back to these. First home fixture, it's Man United really, isn't it? Can't really say anything else about that. And League Cup, we did get through the first rounds. A good 3-1 victory over Portsmouth. It's James Collins, Gary Bonhor and a Stephen Henderson own goal. I was happy with that performance. Can this run continue? No. 2-0 loss away to Wolves. Didn't really have that much in it. We had a bit of possession, but we didn't really do much with it. Well, they ran down. They did really do a lot more with it than we did. But interspersed, we lost 6-0 away to Fulham. 6-0. Don't forget the possession stats. We had a lot more possession, but 6-0. Fulham. needless to say, I was not happy about that. Our first win did come at home to Tottenham. Charles and Rugby and Stephen Ireland getting their first goals for the club. I did change. Did I change my formation up? Yeah, I did. I had been playing 4-4-2. Changed it up to that. It worked. I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. I'm happy with that. And we lost to Wigan. There's not really much I can say about that. You know Wigan. They're not the best team on the game, but after beating Tottenham, you'd expect me to beat Wigan. Anyway, we then went on to beat Stoke 2-0. That was changed back to the 4-4-2. Good goals coming from Mark Albrighton and Gabby Bonloho. Given got injured. That is why Guzan is playing and Siegrist, and Benji Siegrist is on the bench there. And we carried on this run with a nice 3-1 victory away to QPR. Going 2-0 up, Cisse pulling a goal back, but bent, restoring our 2-goal lead fairly late on. I was fairly happy with that. That was a good performance, that. And then we lose 3-1. Where's the mouse gone? There we go. Lose 3-1 away to Everton. Hutton got sent off. Bent did equalise, but it was a fairly even game, I suppose. They did shade it. I think they did deserve the win. Given's first game back, Hutton sent off. Then another couple of victories there. Heskey there, getting his first goal of the season. We're not counting pre-season really. Given getting man of the match, which really says a lot. I mean, look here, we were dominated, but we just took our chances. And they didn't. We then exacted a bit of revenge on Wolves for the League Cup defeat. Mark Albrighton getting an 82nd minute winner. But we did dominate them. Should have won by a lot more. Chris Hurd there getting man of the match. And 0-0 away to Newcastle, that was alright. And then this is a horrid run of games, this is. Home to Man City. We lost 2-1. We did come back into it. We did have a much better second half. But we just couldn't find that equalising goal, unfortunately. We then away to Chelsea and managed to win 2-1. Villa have managed to play, this is the day before the Norwich game, last game of the season. Villa have gone an entire season without scoring from a corner. Now, we had one game here against Chelsea, and we scored twice. So if any Villa players are watching, this is how you do it. Albrighton with the ball in, Clark, bang, goal. Don't see Malouda's goal. Here we go again. Albrighton in, Quayle with the header, Clark at the back post, 2-1. That is it. We then another horrid game. Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. We were 1-up against Arsenal. Albrighton getting another. He had been on fire this season. Absolutely on fire. He's been fantastic. But Walter Montiel equalised for them. We then went to Bolton, who have been flying fairly high, and once again it's that man Albrighton popping up. I was very low on strikers at this point. Heskey, Vyman injured. I didn't have Owen. Bonloho was injured. Vyman's probably out loan at the moment, sorry. So I did have to change my formation up a bit. I played Stephen Ireland in the attacking midfield role, and I had young Michael Drennan on the bench just in case I needed him. I didn't, so that was alright. And after the Bolton match, it went a bit on a rubbish run. We lost 1-0 at home to Norwich. We can beat Chelsea at Chelsea. We can draw at home to Arsenal. Yet, as soon as we play someone like Norwich, we just go to pot. We don't turn up. We are useless. As you can see, I did start Andy Vyman in that match, but he didn't really do anything. So I brought Ireland on, tried to revert back to the formation that worked well against Bolton. Didn't seem to do anything. We lost 1-0. We then went to Liverpool. Lost 1-0 again. Didn't really hold out much hope for that. Petrov getting injured there. Esky and Bent played up front. We had Liam Bateman on the bench. The young right back of ours. Don't know why he was on the bench. I think I don't know really why it made me do that. Then we played Blackburn And this was probably the start where we went on a massive run. Good to see there Andy Vyman getting his first goals for the club, with Darren Bent also getting on the score sheet, Jermaine Genius also scoring his first goal. So that was a very good performance from Villa there. We then went on to play West Brom at home, local derby. Andy Vyman getting another 2 there. Very, very impressive. You might be wondering why I've loaned him out now, but to be perfectly honest, I've got Agbon Lahore, Heskey, Owen. I was only playing Vyman because I had to. So putting him out 90 MK Dons will give him the experience he needs. And he hasn't done too shabbily at all. You see Bannon there missing a penalty in the 88th minute, but he hit the bar. To be honest, I wasn't really fussed about that. We were 3-1 up, 3-0 up, 3-1 up, sorry, already. And then this happened. I can't explain what happened there. It was shocking. We were awful. Same amount of possession, virtually. I don't even remember that shot on target. It was just... I mean, look, Warnock scoring 2 own goals. They were exactly the same. And then took Warnock off and brought young Ender Stevens on, but... We went 4-4-2. I didn't try anything new out. It was just... awful match, and then it get worse. We lost 1-0 away to Wickham in the FA Cup 3rd round. I mean, yeah, it wasn't entirely reserved. I had Guzan in goal. Collins and Dunn hadn't played much this season. Stevens, Johnson. But I had Quayar, I had Bent, Heskey's played a bit, and Zogbia, Holman. You'd have thought that would have been a team good enough to beat Wickham, who, when I last looked, weren't actually doing that well in League One. No, they're 22nd. They're doing awful in League One. So I managed to lose to them. I don't know. But then, it got even weirder. Masterminded a 1-0 victory over Manchester United at Old Trafford. Darren Bent getting the goal in the 59th minute. Let's take a look at this. Because a winner at Old Trafford, he definitely deserves to be looked at. There we go, Ireland with the ball in. It was kind of punched. Holman with the header. I think Bent got a flick on it. Went in, and we, as legend as Chris Kamara says, we defended like beavers. O'Brien getting into the 95th minute, which meant, Fergie time, obviously. So we had to spend the last couple of minutes with 10 men, but it didn't really bother us. Then we exacted a bit of revenge on Fulham, beating them 3-1. Holman getting his first goal for the club. Bent scoring, and Bonlaw coming on. We revert back to the 4-2-3-1 there. I mean, that was 1, 2... Started with 2 youth players there, coming up through the ranks, bringing on another 2. And Bannon and Bonlaw. Annoyingly, Welbeck scored in the 86th minute, so it wasn't a clean sheet, but it's minor really, it's not really that big. We've then just beaten Tottenham. Holman getting another one. It's been, we've done the double over Tottenham. I'll show you the league table to show you how mad that is. We've beaten Chelsea away. We pushed City as far as they could go. We've done the double over Tottenham. We've won at Manchester United. We've drawn with Arsenal. We've also lost to Wigan. Norwich. We lost against the Wolves. We've got battered 5-0 by Sunderland. We battered 6-0 by Fulham. I mean, we are the best. I mean, we're very close actually. I would say we're the best of the lesser teams, as it were, but we are a point off Liverpool and Arsenal, 3 off Man United in 4th place. I mean, I said at the start of the season the Europa League finish would be, it was like the most we could expect, but 3 points off 3rd, 4th even, sorry, with half the season gone. really ain't that bad. Player stats, right, let's have a look at the goals. Top goal scorer, Jermaine Defoe. He has been on fire. 5 ahead of Van Persie. I mean, all the usual suspects. Grant Holt possibly not up there. Cisse. Yelovic. I mean, Malouda's got 9. I mean, Bent's our top with 8. Thought he got a couple more than that. Albrighton, as I said, been banging him. He's got 5. Vyman's there with 3. He's not even with us anymore. Shadow all he did. Brett Holman, he's grabbed 2. Bonhall's only got 2. That's alright. Assists. Once again, it's Tottenham player. It's Luka Modric. Our best assister. We have got, well, we've got Bent, Bannon and Holman. Bent's got 4. And Bannon and Holman have got 3 each, with Ireland also in there with 3. And Albrighton with 3. Everyone chips in really. There's another one. Genus with 2. Oops, didn't mean to do that. What I like, man of the match, let's have a look at man of the match. Quayle's there with 3, Warnock with 3. I like looking at who's covered the most distance. It's Bakary Sagna at the moment. Warnock's up there. Albrighton was leading for a long while, but then he went and got injured annoyingly, so he's dropped down there. He's dropped down to 137.3 miles. Also, what's interesting is 90 minutes. So Albrighton does cover, most my wingers cover a lot of ground. 7.7 miles for Albrighton a game. Zogby's a bit less than 7.5. Average minutes a goal. That really speaks for itself, don't we want to see that. And average rating, really. Defoe's leading the way. Michael Dawson there as well, our best average player, our most consistent player. Is Carlos Quayle with a average of 7.13. Warnock not going with 7.1. Chris Hurd 7.02. It's good for a youngster there. Kieran Clark, another youngster, just below 7, 6.98. So yeah, that's basically it. The next game's at home to Wigan. We're out of both cups, so no trophies this season, unfortunately. But if you just look here, it's more green than red. But if you look at the reds though, lost to Wolves, Everton, Man City, that's alright, but then Norwich, Liverpool, okay, then Sunderland and Wickham. We've beaten teams like Chelsea, Man U and Tottenham twice. It's a funny old game, isn't it? Let's look at the run in there. Finish off away to West Brom. If there is still something for us to play for, when we're playing West Brom, like if we can still get into Europa League or we can still get into the Champions League, I will probably, possibly, maybe do a live commentary for that. The reason I don't do live commentaries is that I don't think I'm interested enough, but I will do a live commentary for that if we have something to play for. That's it basically, you're up to date. It's 20 past midnight on the 13th of May, so in a couple of hours I'm going to be going to work. Villa will be playing Norwich. Hopefully we'll get the 3 points. Of course it's Emil Heskey's last game and Quayle's last game, so hopefully we can get a good result, give them a good send off. Alright, thanks for watching, spread the word, goodbye.